Testing, 1, 2, 3. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mount Wachusett Community College Commencement. We're still trying to squeeze some more people in before the graduates come in about 10 minutes. At this point, we would ask that you remain in your seats and try not to use the restrooms till after the graduates come in, because once they start the march, you will not be able to come back in until they are seated. Also, it's first come, first served seating. So I know you may have other people you know coming, but we would ask that you kind of squeeze in allow some seating for the other people that are coming in. And we ask that you try to keep the stairs clear that are depicted by the black and yellow stripes. So if everyone can kind of squeeze over, if you don't have other people that are already in here that may be in the restrooms to allow the rest of the guests to come in, we'd appreciate it. Enjoy your evening.
That long first bending, it's tricky.
Gary gave me a heads up on it.
It's tricky to get your eyes to make the jump.
John's got a long line.
Oh, yeah.
remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Ms. Whitney Doucette, a 2013 MWCC alumnus, and for the invocation by the Reverend Susan Sahowski Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So let's just take a moment, pause, and invite all that is holy and blessed to be in our hearts, minds, and our spirits. Tonight's a special night. It marks the end and the beginning of so much, and it is good to be together to take a moment to joyfully reflect on this time and purpose for which we gather. Take a moment to look around and see the faces of a spouse and partners, children, parents, friends who have supported, nourished, nurtured, and assisted you so that you could be here tonight. Give them thanks. It is good to be together to look around and see the faces of the teachers, instructors, college employees, college administration, President Esquino, deans, and board members who over the years have demonstrated a commitment to education and who have dedicated themselves to Mount Wachusett Community College so you could be here tonight. May they know that all their years of service are appreciated. To retiring staff and faculty, may they be fulfilled in their retirement, and may they too know that we give them thanks. It is good to see the faces of your fellow graduates, those sitting beside, in front, behind you, who worked with you diligently, faithfully, struggling with employment and classes and books and papers and family obligations, and now with pride and joy stand beside you here tonight. Turn to one another and say congratulations. And last, let us give thanks for this community who's joined together to celebrate, to honor, to recognize, and show you support. It is good to be with you. May your futures be bright and hope-filled, and may you use your education to bring love, harmony, wisdom, and joy into the world. It is now time to celebrate. Blessings be upon all of us. Amen. So be it. Shalom.
I would ask all the veterans in our graduating class and all the veterans present in the audience this evening to please remain standing. All others may be seated at this time. Welcome to Mount Wachusett Community College. My name is Melissa Fama, and I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs. I am honored to announce that the 2015 Mount Wachusett Community College graduating class includes 40 students who are veterans, representing all branches of the military. Many are wearing their commencement regalia, noting their service. Please join me in applauding their accomplishments, as well as the service of all veterans here tonight. Everyone may be seated at this time. President Esquino, with your permission, the commencement exercises will now begin. I am honored to present Ms. Tina Sprague, Chair of the Board of Trustees of Mount Wachusett Community College.
Thank you. Good evening, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we extend our congratulations and very best wishes to each and every one of our very proud graduates. At this time, I do hereby declare the 50th annual commencement of Mount Wachusett Community College convened. On behalf of the trustees of the college, we'd like to recognize Dr. Daniel M. Esquino for his leadership and his vision. Thank you, President. And also, we ask that all faculty and staff stand and be recognized for their dedication and their commitment to our college and to you, our students. Thank you. Thank you. Tonight, we award 842 degrees and certificates. The students who are graduating this evening are ready to enter the workforce in your chosen profession, and you have the skills to advance rapidly and to be successful. You are also prepared to transfer to baccalaureate institutions, and those who do transfer will transfer as full juniors or seniors, many with full or partial scholarships, and the savings to themselves and to their families as a result of spending your first 2 or 3 years at Mount Wachusett Community College. And those savings could amount to as much as $50,000 to $100,000, no insignificant amount of money. Mount Wachusett Community College is a college of and for the community. Access, opportunity, and affordability to higher education are our cornerstones. And without colleges such as Mount Wachusett Community College, our citizens would lack the opportunity to excel and to give back to both family and community. So it is my honor and duty at this time to charge the president of Mount Wachusett Community College with full responsibility for commencement exercises and for conferring of the degrees of the Associate in Science and Associate in Arts upon the recommendation of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of the college, and as directed by the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education. So it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Mount Wachusett Community College, Dr. Daniel M. Esquino.
Good evening, and thank you, Chairperson Sprague. Members, Board of Trustees, Reverend clergy, distinguished guests, and members of the Foundation, alumni, faculty and staff, friends, neighbors, and most of all, graduates, welcome to the 50th commencement ceremony of Mount Wachusett Community College. 50 years, wow. Prior to beginning this evening's activities, I would like to introduce you to members of the platform party who do not have a speaking role, and will ask each person to stand briefly after the name is announced, and for all of those present to withhold their their applause until the introductions are complete. David Cedrone, Associate Commissioner for Economic and Workforce Development at the Board of Higher Education. From the Board of Trustees, Trustee, Foundation Board Member, and prior service above self recipient, Richard Seller. Trustee, Sheila Daly. Trustee, Johanna Dos Santos. Trustee, Suzanne Farias. Former service above self recipient and trustee and mayor of Gardner, Mark Hawk. Trustee and Foundation Citizen of the Year, Scott Howard. Trustee, Amanda Landry. Student trustee, Phil Stan. And trustee, Kenneth Tomasetti. And from our legislative delegation, the Honorable State Representative, John Slotnick. From the college, Jacqueline Belrose, Vice President of Lifelong Learning and Workforce Development. Robert Labonte, Vice President of Finance and Administration. Diane Bruck-Snydis, Vice President of Human Resources and Affirmative Action. Leanne Scales, Vice President of External Affairs, Communications, and K-12 Partnerships. Dr. Vincent Iolente, Dean, School of Liberal Arts, Education, and Communication. And in the audience, Ellen Daly, Trustee Chair Emerita of the Mount Wachusett Community College Board of Trustees and Foundation Board Member. Ed and Helen Lipkowski. Helen was in attendance at our first commencement in 1966. Ed is a former trustee of the college, and both are former service above self recipients. Raymond LaFawn. Ray is a Foundation Board Member, former trustee, and former service above self recipient. Ray Martino, Foundation Board Member and incoming chair of the Mount Wachusett Community College Foundation Board of Directors. Richard Monk, Foundation Board Member and outgoing chair of the Mount Wachusett Community College Foundation Board Members. And here at the college, we have a very active alumni association. And representing the alumni this evening are Philip Descharles, Mark Geoffrey, Adoshla, Jeanette, and Elizabeth Reiser. And my wife and partner, Alberta Delpree. Please extend to them a round of applause. Thank you. At this point, I would like to congratulate all the graduates for their accomplishments. As you reflect on your accomplishments and the journey ahead, I ask that you do a self-reflection about that journey and ask yourself, what is it that you will do for yourself, your family, your community, and your nation to make this a better world? Just as we are building for tomorrow by the construction of a new science and technology building and the renovation of our existing site, we are equally building by our investment in you and your investment in yourself. We, and you should, expect great returns on that investment. This year, our faculty and staff have devoted many thousands of hours to the improvement of our communities. The members of this graduating class have collectively devoted over 144,000 hours of volunteer service. Thank you. As part of the college's second decade of civic engagement, students completing qualifying service learning projects were awarded with the Civic Scholar medallions and pins for their many hours of service learning, which you will see them wearing this evening. They are engraved with the college's seal, which will be a reminder of our gratitude for their service to others. Indeed, tonight, the members of Phi Theta Kappa and Alpha Beta Gamma National Honor Societies are collecting canned goods and food outside the door of this auditorium, which will be donated to the Gardner Community Action Center. In a few minutes, you will hear brief presentations from our student speaker and our commencement speaker and Alumnus of the Year. Listen closely, and you will realize, if you don't already know, and I believe you do, that this is an amazing evening. And this is an amazing, transformative, magical college. Lives change here like nowhere else. Over the past 50 years, tens of thousands of students have crossed this stage and they are now contributing members of our community. You will soon join them. And to you, and in this venue this evening, I say thank you and congratulations. To our faculty and staff, and our trustees and foundation board members, our alumni, and to parents and friends that provided support to our graduates, a huge thank you. I often hear students and our graduates in our communities think about and talk about Mount Wachusett Community College. And as they do, I reflect on the question, what would Mount Wachusett Community College be? What would our community be? Where would you all be without Mount Wachusett Community College, the Ellis Island of higher education? I believe that it is not an exaggeration to suggest that we would be poorer, less educated, less energized, more violent, and less caring. So I say to you and challenge you to go forward and use your skills and education that you have received to continue these pursuits and to improve your life, that of your family and friends, and that of your community, your state, and your nation, and that you manifest an overall behavior that generates happiness, goodwill, and contagious optimism. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce you to your student speaker, Yasmin Kanan. Come on up. Yasmin was selected from the 2015 graduating class to serve as student speaker. Yasmin will graduate tonight with a degree in business administration transfer and is a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Her speech this evening is a response to the question, what does Mount Wachusett Community College mean to me? Yasmin.
Thank you, President Esquino. Good evening, class of 2015. We now all have the privilege of finally saying the cliched phrase, we did it. I can bashfully admit that I've wanted to say that in front of a graduating class pretty much all of my life. I am proud to be a part of a large group of outstanding and motivated students that are sitting before you today. And I am deeply humbled and grateful to be chosen to speak tonight in celebration of all of my fellow graduates. The road to this day has not been easy for some students. As we reflect on how we got here, scenes of our lives play, showing us where we have been, what we've accomplished, and what we've experienced along the way. And here's a preview of my story. 5 years ago, I thought I knew who I was, what path I wanted to take, and who I wanted to become. I soon lost my passion, my focus, and myself, and believed that I would never be able to achieve a bright and successful future or regain my happiness. At first, I thought I could face my issues on my own, but soon grew very overwhelmed and hopeless, convinced that I would never overcome my troubles. This led to the diagnosis of depression and anxiety. My life had spiraled out of control, and I knew at that point that I had hit rock bottom. You would never guess that, right? But it's true. You see, in the past, I lived my life for other people, putting on different masks in order to be the person that they wanted me to be, rather than the person that I am or aspire to be. I continued my days with a misleading smile that I forced upon my face every day. I was so terrified of disappointing the people around me, but ultimately, I only let myself down. I forgot that those who truly love me should accept me for the person that I am, not the person that they want me to be. I did not have a plan, and I did not know how to start to build my life again. But then, wait for it, I found myself. I bet you guys didn't see that one coming. 2 years ago, I finally got the help that I needed, and I started putting my life back together. I enrolled at Mount Wachusett Community College in the fall of 2014. Going back to school, especially the experience I had at the Mount, tied a nice bow at the end of my recovery and marked the beginning of my life. Here, I learned that it's not about how hard you fall, but about how hard you work to stand back up. You see, the thing about this college is, when no one else opens their doors to give you a second chance at an education, MWCC does. The Mount opens its arms and helps us take the first step in reaching each and every one of our individual goals. despite our pasts and our stories. They see the potential in all of us, and in doing so, they empower us. A few weeks ago, I found myself sitting in a library staring at my laptop screen. I'm reading a prompt that asks, "What does the Mount mean to you?" At first, my mind went straight to words like coffee, all-nighters, exams, more coffee, and papers. I glanced around for inspiration, and I found it. I watched a mother pick up her phone and tell her daughter, "Please stop teasing your brother." I saw students from different age groups studying and laughing at a table. I saw veterans preparing for a color guard and helping each other with their French homework. I stepped out of the library, laptop in one hand, iced coffee in the other, and made my way down the hall. I walked past the Veteran Success Center, where I watched Bob Mayer advise the veteran students and laugh with them, and heard Tom Berger's contagious laugh from the SGA booth. I continued down the hall towards the cafeteria, where I passed by campus police, always brightening my day and looking oh so distinguished. I walked into the cafeteria and took a seat. I watched students playing online games at one table and turned to find students gathered around another table, watching their friend serenade them with his guitar. I glanced towards the hallway to take one last look before tackling this prompt, and I watched as nursing students in their scrubs hurried to their classes. And then I saw myself. This is a place for all of us to fit in perfectly while we work towards our goals. My rise was not easy, and my journey continues as I work hard to better myself and put the pieces of my life back together. I have gone from a lost young adult with no goals and no identity to a student with a high GPA, an associate's degree in business under my belt. I'm excited about that one. And an acceptance to UMass Lowell. This was all possible because this college embraced me and opened so many doors for me. MWCC helped me find my passion in sports management with an internship with the Red Sox, hopefully in the works. And that's a shout out to Art Collins and Professor Eubanks. We all owe this day and our success to the Mount for creating that stepping stone, that opportunity for each of us to be able to have a better and brighter future, for creating an environment that makes it easy to transition back into school, and for faculty who are very willing to help and advise us in any way that they can. MWCC is our second chance, is the open arms that we need, and is our road to success. The Mount looks at us as individuals, regardless of what our personal stories and challenges are, and they help us reach our goal, and that is to achieve a better and brighter future. I would like to take the time to personally thank a select few that have really had an impact on me here at the Mount. My first thank you is to Professor John Riley, who's sitting right over there. Thank you for being the best mentor, teacher, and friend. You have helped me so much with your honest advice and comforting smile. I will truly miss you. I want to thank my wonderful family who are here with me today, my mom, my dad, and my sister for loving me, supporting me, and believing in me. Thank you for pushing me and letting me be myself. I would not be standing here today if it weren't for you. And I can't stop that thank you without saying thank you to my parents for paying for my education and hopefully a shiny new Camaro. No? All right. To Alec, Franco, Amanda, Aaron, Tom, and the rest of my friends, thank you all for being so supportive and loving me. I could not have gotten through this without you. And most importantly, and she did make me say that, I want to thank Ashley. You are the real MVP for putting up with my anxiety, my singing, supporting and loving me for who I am, for pushing me and reminding me every day that I can do anything. To the class of 2015, and to those of you who are still in school or thinking about school, I leave you with this quote. It's a little blunt and rough around the edges like myself, so I warn you guys. Destiny is for losers. It's just an excuse to wait for things to happen instead of making them happen. Simply put, he or she who hesitates is lost. So, with that said, go pursue your passion, dream of bigger goals, know who you are, and stay true to yourself. Walk out of here today feeling proud of your accomplishments, and always honor what the Mount has done for you. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Yasmin, and thank all of you. I know many of you have overcome similar obstacles and barriers, and you're all here this evening. Now I would like to introduce you to someone who has spent his life advancing the cause of civic engagement and who stands in the middle of a huge circle of good. He has a tremendous commitment and unselfish dedication to the improvement of humankind, often at the expense of his own leisure and that of his family. I would now like to introduce you to the person who will receive the Mount Wachusett Community College 2015 Presidential Commendation and Service Above Self Award and an honorary doctorate. This individual over the years has contributed to the growth and enrichment of our communities. Vice President Farmer, would you please escort Mr. James Garrison to the podium while I read of his accomplishments. We are proud to present this year's Service Above Self Award and honorary doctorate to Jim Garrison for the tremendous impact he has made on our college, in the lives of so many of our students, and in the greater community. Mr. Garrison's spirit of generosity and willingness to share his time, talents, and resources epitomize the essence of what it means to be a caring, engaged citizen in a democratic society. His philanthropic endeavors have resulted in countless improvements and changes to Mount Wachusett Community College that have enhanced the learning environment for college students and children and the vital role the college plays in the community. A member of Mount Wachusett Community College Board of Trustees from 2001 to 2014, including 4 years as chair, this Philadelphia native developed a passion for education and helping others while earning an MBA from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. The Garrisons and his wife Peggy is here this evening, moved to North Central Massachusetts in 1990 when he purchased the company H&R 1871 and immediately became involved in community service. The first program launched by the company and Mount Wachusett Community College focused on helping high school graduates get back on track. This raised an awareness of underlying issues and the correlation between the importance of early childhood education prior to kindergarten and academic success later in life. With this in mind, Jim and his wife Peggy donated $1 million to the Mount Wachusett Community College Foundation to support stipends for Mount Wachusett Community College students in need of child care, as well as scholarships for students studying early childhood education. The Garrisons also provided additional significant funding to build the Child Care Center and preschool on the Gardner campus, which is named in their honor. Mr. Garrison continues to volunteer to be a member of the Mount Wachusett Community College Foundation, as well as many other organizations and boards within the community, as well as receiving multiple awards from these organizations and recognitions. We are proud, and therefore we are proud to present to you, Jim Garrison, this Presidential Commendation and Service Above Self Award and an honorary doctorate in humane letters. Congratulations, Jim. At this time, I am honored to introduce you to your 2015 Commencement Speaker and Alumnus of the Year. Dean Iolenti, would you please escort Mr. Berg to the podium and assist me with the introduction and presentation of an honorary doctorate to this accomplished alumnus and professional. And I would like to read his accomplishments by way of reading the citation for the Alumnus of the Year. Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Mount Wachusett Community College, official greetings to Alumnus of the Year, Kevin A. Berg. Be it resolved by those present that the following resolution has been recommended by the Executive Council, the President, and the faculty. Whereas, and listen to these accomplishments, Kevin Berg, encouraged in 1982 by college administrator Frank Hirons, enrolled at Mount Wachusett Community College to pursue a career in broadcasting and communication. And whereas Kevin Berg went on armed with his knowledge and talent to secure a coveted internship at Channel 7 in Boston, which immediately led to the position of production manager for the live daily show New England Afternoon. And whereas in 1984, Kevin Berg set out for Hollywood with resume in hand, landed a job within 4 days with award-winning director Marty Pasetta. And whereas he was subsequently promoted while working on the Academy Awards, the Primetime Emmy Awards, Disney specials, and assortment of variety shows. And whereas Kevin Berg transitioned to series television, producing multiple award-winning programs, including In Living Color, for which he was nominated for an Emmy. And whereas Kevin Berg joined CBS Network Entertainment Group in 1998, and since 2004 has served as Executive Vice President of Production, overseeing an annual worldwide production budget of $1.5 billion. And whereas he is responsible for the production of CBS properties, including CSI and NCSI franchises, Blue Bloods, Criminal Minds, Elementaries, The Good Wife, Madam Secretary, The Amazing Race, Survivor, and many others. I think you recognize a few of those. And whereas Kevin Berg is actively involved with multiple charities that protect and invest in the lives of children, and served on the board of directors for the philanthropic nonprofit, the Entertainment Industries Foundation. And whereas Kevin Berg, by his own example of drive, determination, and desire, has inspired others to set and attain their own personal academic and career goals. Be it therefore resolved, Kevin A. Berg has earned the honor to be named Alumnus of the Year and an honorary doctorate in the year of 2015 by the trustees, faculty, staff of Mount Wachusett Community College, given at Gardner, Massachusetts on this 20th day of May in the year of our Lord, 2015, signed Daniel M. Mosquino, Ph.D., President, and Tina Sprague, Chairperson, Board of Trustees. Congratulations, Kevin Berg, and the podium is yours.
Thank you very much. Good evening, graduates, faculty, family, friends, President Esquino, and especially Dean Vincent Iolenti, whose relentless persistence is really the true reason I'm here tonight. In Hollywood, as in most places, when you're asked to speak before such a large crowd without being paid, they have usually honored you for something. And your speech is both an acceptance and a thank you, so I'd like to just take a moment and do that. I'd like to thank my family, my mom and sisters who are here this evening, my dad, brother who are not. I'd like to thank my children, my wife Donna, all of whom have put up with me and my habits throughout the years. But a true thank you to Dr. Iolenti. He was one of my teachers some 33 years ago and became my biggest fan, actually nearing stalker status. As he followed my career, he stated his mission was to get me back here at the Mount and present me with a degree before he retired. Sir, I am both honored and grateful. Thank you. I also believe that I'm probably the only person to receive both their degree and Alumni of the Year in the same evening, which, good news for you, means this ceremony is going to be shortened by one speech. It's a great feeling to return to the Mount after so many years. Earlier today, as I walked through the campus, so many memories were rekindled. I'm impressed by how much the campus has grown. While there was much I recognized, like everything else in the world, so much has changed. I cannot believe there is no longer an in-house radio station, as one of my greatest times here was having the Friday 11 a to 1 p slot, where he broke new artists like Prince and Matthew Wilder. I'm sure you've all heard of Prince. I guess we did not do such a great job with Matthew. And yes, breaking Prince meant that he was not being played on mainstream radio. He just had this weird underground following that we were part of. That's actually how long it's been. Party like it's 1999 seemed so far in the future back then, and now it is so far in the past. But the one constant that remains is how much Mount Wachusett has continued to be a fabric of our community, where anyone and everyone who has a desire, regardless of age, place in life, or position in career, is welcome to enroll and fulfill their dreams. The changing landscape, the technological upgrades, and the many new curriculums offered allow the Mount to remain the compass by which many find their direction in life, myself included. When I was asked to be tonight's commencement speaker, I was both honored and perplexed. Of all the people who could be in front of you tonight, I asked myself, why me? And I'm sure if any of you were trying to figure out who was coming, you probably had the same question. So let me just take a quick moment to tell you who I am. I am someone who wholeheartedly supports the human race. Gender equality, homosexual, same-sex marriage, a woman's right to choose, black, white, green, blue, I support it all. I believe that all human beings deserve to be treated equally and that the rights and opportunities afforded to one should be afforded to all because we are all one. All of us deserve the right to build a better lives for ourselves without fear or ridicule of our personalities, lifestyles, or beliefs. The last thing about me personally, and what most of you will probably remember from this speech later in life, is that right here in the heart of New England, and Tom Brady and Patriot country, your commencement speech is given by a die-hard New York Jets fan. All right. To me, there can be no greater honor than being asked to give the commencement address at the institution that started me on my path to becoming the person I am today. The opportunity to speak to young people who will someday have the chance to implement change is not something that I take lightly. But what words of wisdom can I actually impart on the Mount Wachusett Community College graduating class of 2015? A graduating class whose students have so many diverse interests, backgrounds, and futures. Students who will be traveling down so many divergent paths. As you begin the next chapter of your lives, remember this. You all have a jump on me. It took me 33 years to get my degree. Most of you got yours in 2. Remember, today is not about your parents, your brothers, sisters, friends, or spouses. Today is all about you. It's about a sense of accomplishment as you complete a major first step on your path to whatever it is you want to do, whoever it is you want to be. Today, your future begins, and we can only imagine what that future may look like. Remember the bewildered looks on your grandparents' faces not that long ago when you told them you could actually take pictures with your phone. You are all sitting here tonight because you've achieved something great. You've graduated college. Not everyone has the opportunity to go to college. Not everyone takes advantage of the opportunity when they do have it. What you have done is you've answered the bell. You've gotten yourselves up and out of bed no matter what you've done the night before, no matter the weather, no matter how much you do not feel like doing it. You answered the bell. What does that mean? It means you get to continue answering the bell. You have to get up each day, get out, and get going on whatever it is that needs to be done. You may be continuing on to a 4-year degree. You may be heading into the workforce. You may be walking down the aisle with your significant other. But no matter what or where you're headed to, the rest of your lives will be a series of bells. And how will you answer them? Will you lay in bed and wonder when it's going to stop ringing? Or will you jump up and face each challenge head on and make your dream a reality? Because if you're not, you're helping to make someone else's dream a reality. Life is a series of options we confront every single day. The options you choose today will determine your future and set you on your life's course. You have taken the time, put in the effort, and made sacrifices to complete this initial option in your pursuit of a better life. This truly is not something to be taken lightly. This is something all of you should be proud of, that you have proved you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, which will serve you more than well as you go forward. Anything is possible in this day of enhanced technology. You have more of the world at your fingertips this very moment than any preceding generation. You have access to more information on your phones than in any 12-volume encyclopedia that your grandparents saved a lifetime to purchase. If you don't know what an encyclopedia is, Google it. Some of you graduating tonight have a clear idea of what's next, and there are those of you who haven't a clue, and there's nothing wrong with that. In some ways, I can relate since I went through many of those phases myself. But regardless of what category you might fall into, to ensure success, a path must be discovered. It may present itself, or you may have to hunt it down. That path will lead you to your ultimate destination. Each and every one of you will be embarking on a completely different path. Some windy and curvy, with roadblocks that seem impossible to maneuver. Others will be full speed ahead, straight, clear, with no bumps in the road. The type of path to your destination is not yours to choose. However, it is yours to successfully navigate. You might not even realize you're on a path until later on when you look back and see where the starting line crystallized. My path clearly had its genesis right here at Mount Wachusett. It was 1981 and I was pretty aimless. I took a year and worked in a chair factory after graduating from Gardner High. There used to be a ton of chair factories here. I stood for 10 hours a day at the end of a lacquer oven and sanded the dried lacquer drips off the bottoms of hardwood chairs. It was then I decided to return to school to greatly improve my chances in this world. I stopped here at the Mount, decided to enroll and major in communications. Television production and radio seemed easier than some of the other options. But in retrospect, it turned out to be way more than just a path of least resistance. My path initially led me from the classrooms here to WNEV-TV in Boston. I was lucky enough to land an internship. That job ended, and my path literally took a new direction, one that pointed me west to Los Angeles, the TV production capital of the world. But it was here at the Mount that I first realized television was in my blood. My path had suddenly become more clearly defined, and a lot warmer, of course, and now we have no water, but that's a problem for a different speech. At some point in the future, you will look back at your experiences here. Maybe it'll be a class that turned into a career, or the relationships that you forged, perhaps the special attention you received from a professor, and you will be able to exactly pinpoint where your path began. Paths are interesting. Paths are forged ahead of you and followed by those behind you. There's something else I've learned that I would like to share. You cannot forge your path alone. Arriving at your destination requires help along the way. One of the most important things to remember is that no one gets to where they want to be without the help of others. Working together is tantamount to a successful career and a successful life. The great ones surround themselves with other great ones. No one is an island unto themselves. A single person really cannot invoke change. However, a single person can lead a group, and that group can become a force. That force will have a voice that will be heard. People are always looking for leaders, but remember, you cannot lead if you do not know where you're going. So many people played essential roles in getting me to the current point on my path to my destination. I literally took a piece of everyone I had the honor of working with along the way, from Marty Pasetta to Jim Henson, Keenan Ivory Wayans to Nancy Tellem, David Staff, and Leslie Moonves. Names that mean little or nothing to you, but the world to me. And believe me, that list goes on and on. The easiest thing you can do is get your foot in the door. But then it's up to you to kick the door open and be able to stay on the other side. Learn, grow, differentiate yourselves from others. All you have are your abilities and your experiences. Regularly ask yourselves, what do I need to do to improve upon what I've worked so hard to attain? You cannot rest on your laurels. You have to keep the drive and desire burning. If you are not where you want to be, do not blame anyone but yourself. You have to be willing to sacrifice to get to where you want to go. When people at the beginning of their careers come by my office to meet or an interview for a job, and I hope someday a Mount student will show up, my first question is always, where are you going to be in 10 years? Once they answer, I ask them, what about 5? The way they answer those two questions determine whether or not I want them on my team. I let them know that for me, the most important qualities are perseverance, persistence, tenacity, drive, determination, and desire. Stay motivated. Do not let up or slow down. Do not be the guy who becomes complacent and is passed by. Do not be afraid to take no for an answer, but do not accept it. As you go through life, do not be quieted by people who tell you what cannot be done. Be prepared to evolve with the times and change. It applies to every career, and it applies to every life. Do not be left behind. As far as advanced technology has taken us, many of these new gadgets would soon be obsolete. Most of you have never seen the little yellow Kodak box hanging next to the register at the grocery store. VHS tapes have gone the way of the audio cassette, and no one would have guessed that CDs would have come and gone so quickly. My first cell phone was the size and weight of a brick. I remember my first fax machine and spending hours trying to find someone else who had one just so we could watch them work. My point is, don't be afraid of change. Embrace it and run with it. If people still believed in the age-old adage of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, we would not enjoy any of the life improvements we currently have. So if it ain't broke, break it and rebuild it better. Most importantly, as written by the late, great William Shakespeare, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Do not try to fool or lie to anyone, as you are sure to be found out. Do not lie to yourself, as you will never be successful. Take what you feel is wrong about you and make it right. Turn your negatives into positives. Conquer all that lies before you. Appreciate all that you have, but do not accept it as all that you're going to get. There's a big, beautiful world out there. Be strong and brave enough to make it your own. Again, and in closing, you have all done a great thing and should be very proud. A very sincere congratulations to you all, and go Jets.
Thank you, Kevin, for your inspirational words, except for the last sentence. I am pleased to present Ann McDonald, Executive Vice President, who will announce the special commencement awards.
Each year, the college presents special commencement awards to outstanding students, alumni, and faculty who have distinguished themselves for academic excellence and for their outstanding contributions through co-curricular and community service activities. The first award given this evening is the Mount Wachusett Community College Trustees Award. Tina Sprague, Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, will present the award to our recipient this year. Chairperson Sprague.
Thank you. The Trustees Award this evening is being presented to Philip Stan. At this time, I invite Phil to join me at the podium. He looks surprised. Oh, you didn't know. I like it. He didn't know. Phil Stan has been an active student while attending Mount Wachusett Community College. He has served as the student trustee this past academic year. He has been inducted into Phi Theta Kappa and was the national winner of the Phi Theta Kappa All-American Academic All-Star Scholarship as a bronze scholar. One of only 250 students in the nation to receive this recognition. Mr. Stan has distinguished himself in numerous endeavors, some of which include founder and president of the Mount Wachusett Community College Chamber Players and serving as a member of the Honors Program Committee. Philip will graduate this evening with highest honors and will continue his studies at the Hampshire College with a full scholarship. Phil, you are an inspiration to all of us. We wish you the best and congratulations.
The next awards are the President's Keys. These awards are presented to the full-time and part-time graduates who have achieved outstanding academic achievement and performance in their program of study in residence at the college. President Esquino will present this year's awards to these recipients. President Esquino.
At this time, I would ask Bryce Bodley Gomes to join me at the podium. Tonight, Bryce will be awarded as Associate of Science in Liberal Arts and Sciences with a concentration in pre-engineering and physics. He is graduating with highest honor with a perfect 4.0. Bryce began his studies as a dual enrollment student. Last week, he was presented with the Curriculum Award, Liberal Arts and Sciences, as well as the Judge Moore Award. He has completed his studies as part of the college's Challenging Honors Program and is a member of Phi Theta Kappa. In the fall, Bryce will transfer to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, majoring in computer science. Congratulations, Bryce. Our second President's Key recipient, Cindy Karen, was unable to be with us this evening. She completed her.
The Dean's Key is the next award. It is traditionally given to a graduate who, in the opinion of the Senior Student Affairs staff, has made the most outstanding contribution to the life and spirit of the college through active participation in student activities and community service, and who has demonstrated goodwill toward faculty and peers. At this time, I invite John Day to join me at the podium. Now, many of you out there don't know John Day, but some of you do. And last week at our Evening of Excellence, President Esquino barely recognized the man because he was wearing a different kind of hat, because John most often was seen on campus wearing a baseball hat. So lest anyone be confused by this John Day with this hat, we'll just replace that. No, you gotta stick it. There we go. For the last few years, John Day has become a bit of a fixture here at Mount Wachusett Community College. His recognizable laugh and smile may make him stand out in a crowd, but the Dean's Key Award recognizes him for much more. John's time at Mount Wachusett Community College has been well spent, and his focus has been very often on improving the campus and the lives of his fellow students. John was a founding member of the student-operated group named Students Helping Our Students, or SOS, as it is known. He is currently the president of Phi Theta Kappa, and this year, the group's annual commencement food drive that the president referred to earlier for the Gardner Community Action Center was expanded under his leadership to include a fundraising component, with the group collecting over $3,000 for this worthy cause. Over the past year, John has served as an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer on campus, fully engaged in the operations of the college's Center for Civic Learning and Community Engagement. He has served as the Student Government Association's vice president and treasurer, and this year was recognized with the Dean Sullivan Award by the Community College Student Life Association, as well as receiving the Newman Civic Fellow Award for his service to the college. John is also a member of Alpha Beta Gamma, and tonight will receive both his associate degree in liberal arts and sciences and his certificate in small business management. John, thank you for sharing both your time and your talents with the college community, and we look forward to your continued exuberance as a class of 2015 member of our Alumni Association. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is great, by the way. Perfect.
President Esquino, would you now introduce the emeritus faculty members who are here this evening and recognize them for this honor?
The faculty, staff, and trustees have decided to honor in a special way their colleagues who will retire at the end of this academic year. The Emeritus Emerita designation is not one to be taken lightly. In order to be nominated for this award, a faculty staff member must have rented at least 10 years of extraordinary service to this college, its students, and its community. The three faculty I will introduce you to in a second have rendered over collectively 75 years of service to Mount Wachusett Community College. This award was bestowed on our faculty at an early event, but I would like each of them to stand after their name is announced to receive proper recognition from their students, their peers, and colleagues, and those in the audience. Joel Anderson. Paul Laverty. John Riley. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to miss all of you, all three of you, all of the retiring faculty.
The final awards this evening are the Curriculum Awards. At the annual Evening of Excellence held last week, an outstanding student in each curriculum was recognized. The names of these recipients are printed in the commencement program under the heading Curriculum Awards. Please join me in congratulating each of these students for their outstanding achievements.
Thank you, Vice President McDonald. At this time, I refer you to the commencement program that contains the names of our graduating class of 2015. Students receiving academic honors recognitions are listed in the program's insert. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my honor to present the candidates for graduation from the class of 2015 to President Esquino. Assisting the presentation of diplomas is the Executive Vice President Ann McDonald and Vice President of Lifelong Learning and Workforce Development, Jacqueline Belrose. Please withhold your applause until all diplomas have been presented and the President has officially conferred the degrees. Bryce K. Bodley Gomes, President's Key recipient, Commonwealth Honors Program, Associate of Arts degree in Arts. John S. Day, Dean's Key recipient, Student Government Association, Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts and Science, Certificate in Business Administration, and Certificate in Small Business Management. Yasmin Cannon, our student speaker and receiving an Associate of Science degree in Business Administration. The following students are members of the Student Government Association. Evelyn Island Mateo, receiving an Associate of Science degree in Media Arts and Technology. Emily Limpiscus, Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Sammy Tovar, Associate of Arts degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences. The following students are graduating from the Commonwealth Honors Program. Ivy Benoit, Associate of Arts degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences. Kiara Sean Burnett, Associate of Arts degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences. Lisa Burns, Associate of Science degree, Business Administration. Chantal Foystein, Associate of Science degree, Business Administration. Colette Marie Leon, Associate of Arts degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences. Brandy Logue, Associate of Science degree, Early Childhood Transfer. The following students are receiving Associate of Arts degree in art. Heather Christine Chadsey, also receiving Associate Science degree in graphic and interactive design. Catherine M. Ahern. Wyatt M. Davidson. Amber Martinez. Melanie L. Sear. Isabella M. Bork. Corrine M. Goodrich. Alexander Raymond Campbell. Tyler Berebi. Stephen L. Streaks. Tracy Papagno. Christina L. Armstrong. Amy L. Porter. Myra L. Osorio. Christina A. Kesley. Sarah A. Bird. Nikayla Marina Quinn. Gabrielle A. Bissonette. Edna Marie Rosado. Jamalika Rojas. Tonight, Jamalika will be receiving her degree from her father, Victor Rojas, Assistant Director of Gear Up in the Division of Access and Transition. Natalia Deandra Hardigan. Jeffrey Michael Porter. Kimberly J. Fosher. William K. Johansson. Madison Jufrey. Daniel W. Tag. Brian Connors. Kimberly A. Nutting, also receiving a certificate in Human Service Technician. Sierra LaBruce. Brandon Michael Hardy. Megan K. Durgan. Ostina L. Toole. Kelsey Filiul. Josephina C. White. Haley Blackmer. Elizabeth A. Hebert. Rebecca M. Gleason. Sarah Ralston. Sarah Latinen. Abigail Gilmore. Emily Ulrich. Patricia Russo. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Automotive Technology. Justin Michael Black. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Biotechnology, Biomanufacturing. Ann M. Allen. Zimafama Kong Angwa. Savannah M. Cook. Kimberly A. Blake. Delvin S. Weaver, also receiving a certificate in Biotechnology, Biomanufacturing. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Business Administration, transfer. Ashley D. Wallace, also receiving an Associate of Science degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Evan Bonifant. Kevin LeBron. Stephen Turakuni. Shane M. Harrington. Alvin Gonzalez. Thomas DeFilippi. Raphael Magali. Chanel C. Scott. Derek Gadanowitz. Ian Roussier. Joshua Willis. Brianna Akey. Brianna Akey. Jared Silvestri. Gloria M. Jolly. Erica M. Mendoza. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Business Administration, Career Accounting. Danielle N. Sampson. Peter James Entriago. Beverly K. Wiles. Brittany M. Duchesne, also receiving a certificate in accounting. April Ricks, also receiving a certificate in accounting. Perry L. Bennett. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Clinical Laboratory Sciences. Brooke L. Kulum Morgan. Pamela A. Mercer. Krista Lynn Falaco. Laura Ann Stevens. Francesca M. Ramos. Rachel Catherine Bobson. George V. Hinson. Trenton S. Solomon, also receiving an Associate of Science degree in Computer Information Systems. Samuel P. Boucher. Gregory D. Lebrac, Also receiving a certificate in accounting, a certificate in business administration, and a certificate in small business management. Brett A. Dyer. Matthew Robert Gage. Carrie F. White. Brenda L. Starr. Catherine A. Lambert. Calla Sue Fisher. Rebecca R. Bremer, also a certificate in accounting. Haley Rich, also a certificate in business administration. Kayla L. Haffrey. Paul Galvin. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Computer Information Systems. Daniel M. Aiken. Jacob Patrick Jensen, also a certificate in IT support specialist. Brian R. Nolan. Bradley L. Luopa. Daniel J. Mahoney. Crystal R. Monahan. Jonathan David Cohen. David W. Bennett. Natasha L. Sylvia, also receiving a certificate in IT support specialist and a certificate in law enforcement. Daniel P. Enright. Lisa M. Arsenault, also receiving a certificate in IT support specialist. Christopher A. Bell. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Criminal Justice. Lance Matthew Grieman. Kathleen A. LeBlanc, also a certificate in law enforcement. Vanessa Smith. Scott A. Patel. Matthew S. Richard. Danielle M. Haas. Ashley Hancock. Morgan Curtis. Douglin Stalukas. Allison E. Leidick. Teresa M. Miner. Sarah A. St. Peter. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Dental Hygiene. Marianne Jordan. Christina G. Tenney. Amy K. Mullet. Vanessa Lorraine Ray. Jillian S. Legier. Celine M. Grimley. Jennifer M. Conklin. Samantha A. Dunn. Karen J. Burgoyne. Elizabeth E. Wamambo. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Early Childhood Education career. Misty Ray Smart. Julie Santana. Kayla A. Gusco. Sarah Dignard. Mackenzie Marshall. Kelly A. Harvey. Laura Eves Breeley. Laura E. Hogue. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Early Childhood Education transfer. Carissa E. Lavallee. Heidi M. Lupian. Caitlin Moore. Allison Jane Trueheart. Following students are receiving an Associate Science degree in Fire Science Technology. Jose Antonio Carrera Alejandra. Timothy R. Downey. Ian Hurley. The following students are receiving an Associate Science degree in General Studies. Katie L. Dang. Catherine Lyon. Kayla Marie McLean. Susan J. Airy Jordan. Bless Yeboah Akosa. Marissa Chanel Mitchell. Rosemary A. Ahanan. Lucas S. Perla. Rose M. Lafargue. Katrina M. Cody. Andres Luis Figueroa Algarin, and also receiving a certificate in Allied Health. Darlene J. Alvarez. Tanita M. Poston. Heather M. Burkhardt. The following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Graphic and Interactive Design. Eric Charles Fisk, and he's also receiving a certificate in Graphic and Interactive Design. Gregory D. Butler. Samuel Joseph Lavallee. Desiree Procell. Virginia S. Strahan, also receiving a certificate in Graphic and Interactive Design. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Human Services. Maria M. Mendez. Brianna A. Aponte. Rhonda E. Albert. Joash K. Nyansagaria. J.D. Nova Hernandez, also receiving a certificate in Human Service Technician. Carlixta P. Abreu. Gilady Garcia. Charlotte M. Wachusett, also receiving a certificate in Human Services Technician. Rita Jean Sears. Angela M. Paradise. Diane L. Muschetti. Rachel A. Nazaro. Alicia Marie Imperiali. Nicholas L. Stavartak. Cassandra A. Ike. Niram C. Serrano. Ariel Marie Meany, and also receiving a certificate in Human Services. Matt Ray. Cassandra Fontaine. Magali Rios. Naomi Mi Riri. Nicholas Michael Mucaroni. Renee P. Chandler. The following students are receiving an Associate Science degree in Legal Studies. Michelle N. Graves. Melissa D. Cody, and also receiving an Associate Science degree in Business Administration and a certificate in Accounting. Amber L. Millis. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Medical Assisting. Tess O'Coin. Kayla Marie Gagney. Emily M. Gonzalez. Kimberly A. LeBlanc, also receiving a certificate in Medical Office. Kristen F. Marabli. Julie A. Sinesi. The following students are receiving a Social Science degree in Natural Resources. Nicholas Paquette. Stephen A. Robinson. Joseph R. Whitmore, Jr. Michelle Nye. Geronimo G. Martinez. Cheyenne D. Spitz Lopez. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree, Media Arts and Technology. Sharon Rossi. Ryan Aiden Jones. Jose R. Ortiz. Richard J. Shortsleeve. James Lawrence Goyette. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Media Arts Technology, Audio Engineering concentration. Nathan J. Bixby. Marquis L. Perkins. Jason R. Larossi. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree, Media Arts and Technology, Photography concentration. Michael D. Talion. Matthew Agosto. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Media Arts Technology, Video Film concentration. Jack M. Dawson. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Nursing. Amanda L. McMenemy. Eileen M. Fitzpatrick. Linda A. Fagerlund. Yahara M. Lopez. Dawn Marie Fuller. Lori G. Beliveau. Carly J. Gagne. Tonight, Carly will be receiving her degree in Nursing and General Studies Allied Health from her mother, Elaine Gagne, a member of our adjunct faculty. Brooke Lynn Ducharme. Kimberly E. Williams. Gloria B. Peterson. Melissa J. Wilbur. Evelyn W. Donovan. Katrina Marie Seguin. Jessica M. Mandela. Anesta Renee. Mita Fabutu. Charlotte N. Asanji. Annie A. Atomting. Fortunate Mahutu. Anne Kamani. Catherine W. Migwi. Carol W. Carucci Maroli. Grace M. Kahahu, sorry. Michelle L. Blackmore. Jeffrey A. Tenkati. Daniel P. Jerzik. Courtney Keefe. Julie B. Edwards. Carly E. McIver. Amanda Elaine Parato. Vanessa D. Hunt. Alicia Tebow. Lindsay M. Howard. Jared Roby. Ramla Senkumba. Esther W. Mungay. Amanda Toll. Melissa Jefferson, Elena Valera, Matthew C. Payne, Trilmon P. Brown, Gina M. Williams, Alyssa J. Burns, Margot E. Bujold, Salome Najiri Karanja, Caroline G. Wambui, the following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Paralegal. Noel E. Batulis, Ryan Bellevue, Linda Mua, the following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Plastics Technology. Ritzy L. Rivera. Following students are receiving an Associate of Science degree in Physical Therapy Assistant. Kayla D. Neeland. Allie M. Mackey. Christopher William Curtis. Sean M. Mullins. Constant Rita Valancourt. Jeremy M. Malochi. Sarah Minty. Ashlyn Teresny. Jonathan V. Salila. Heidi A. Targ. Danielle M. Snay. Tonight, Danielle will be receiving her degree from her aunt, Dr. Kathleen McGinn, Professor of Physical Therapy Assistant Program. Megan H. Anino. Sarah L. Cucciari, and she's also receiving an Associate Science degree in Complementary Health Care. The following students are receiving a certificate in Accounting and Bookkeeping. Hyacinth Beverly Forbes. Crystal L. Wiley. She's also receiving a certificate in Accounting, a certificate in Business Administration, and a certificate in Small Business Management. Nicole R. Boutel. Following students are receiving a certificate in Allied Health. Holly S. D'Angelo. Robin Trocco. Chelsea M. Margison. Catherine Jankowski, also receiving Allied Health and certificate in Patient Care. Following students are receiving a certificate in Automotive Technology. James Hardy. Danielle M. Conahan. Robert James Frisch. Following students are receiving a certificate in Biotechnology Biomanufacturing. Anna Carintha Legiels. Following students are receiving a certificate in business administration. Tammy L. Mariani. Following students are receiving a certificate in dental assisting. Sharon L. DiNardo. Albert O. Wyeth. Vanzi Somsey. Zola Christine Aguirre. Following students are receiving a certificate in graphic and interactive design. Ian Cook. Susan Yvette Ice Shoot. Following students are receiving a certificate in human service technician. Samantha Lynn Strutevant. Sharon F. Pace. Amanda D. Favreau. Lysandra Jimenez. Lacey Fonsley. Amanda M. LeBron. Following students are receiving a certificate in IT support specialist. Megan F. Bellinger. Kenneth D. Higgins. Melissa S. Wright. Marcus R. Walker. Following students are receiving a certificate in law enforcement. Nathan L. Oakes. Amanda L. Rivera. Joseph A. Almeida. Jonathan Navis Gelby. Following students are receiving a certificate in medical office. Will Jenny Vasquez. Following students are receiving an certificate in office assistant. Melissa Cloutier. The following students are receiving a certificate in paralegal studies. Tiffany Cormier. Following students are receiving a certificate in personal training. James Bennett. The following students are receiving a certificate in photography. Cassandra Annette Cohen. Following student receiving a certificate in small business management. Andrea L. Bartlett. Tierra C. Sanders, receiving a certificate in small business management. Philip Stan, receiving an Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Catherine Teague, receiving Associate of Science degree, General Studies, Allied Health.
By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and as recommended by the faculty of the college and directed by the Board of Trustees of Mount Wachusett Community College, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Associate in Science and Associate in Arts with all the rights, honors, and privileges which pertain thereto, Congratulations, class of 2015.
And I get to say the final word. I get to say to you that a benediction is an end, but it is not the end of what you are doing with your lives. Be grateful, be thankful, celebrate, go forth and carry the best that is Mount Wachusett Community College with you. And may all that is wonderful bless you and your families and be with you forevermore. Amen. So be it. Blessed be. Shalom.
We would ask that you remain standing until the platform porting and the graduating class have departed.